chat a little bit. I've been following this whole election thing and all of that. They say, what's the man's name? Joe Biden. They say he won. Trump said he won a recount and all of that. No sweat. Right? These oppressors is really into this election thing. You know what I'm saying? They're really into it. They following it, talking about it. I don't give a, of course, in the U.P.K. what it is. Right. You know what I'm saying? The oppressor is the oppressor. That's all too. Right? Nobody give a damn about who the president is and all that garbage and filth. It means absolutely nothing. You understand what I'm saying? To society, it's a big deal. You understand? Let me ask y'all brothers a question. What's going to change if Biden becomes in America for us?
You're gonna give a few black organizations a little cash, and then they're gonna blame whatever they can't do on the Republicans. That's what's going to happen.
Right. most that's a good one. Most on Christ. You might give Black Lives Matter some churches, a little bit of cash, a little shut up money. You know what I'm saying?
That's not really different.
Yeah, a little be quiet, don't say nothing type money. And then, like you said, whatever they can do, they blame the Republicans. So, in other words, it ain't gonna change nothing for black folks.
Well, every time, you notice, like every time, like the supposedly, allegedly more pro-black or lesser of two evils get in there, the Republicans always control the Senate when that happens. You see what I'm saying? So it's a game. You see, it's just a game.
Of course.
So whenever, like they say, Obama didn't do nothing because the Senate stopped them from bullshit. Obama did exactly what they wanted him to do.
Yeah, you know, so it's all they all in the bed together anyway. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, to me, it's a good show. It's a good reality show. You know what I'm saying? Just to watch. That's all it is. A good reality show just to watch and pass time.
You know what
I'm saying?
Commander Jerome, last week on his breakdown, he went into how they do the 4-year elections and why they call it a race and all.
Right. With the Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Pharaoh, right? They got to run a literal race and all of that. I mean, you know, America is Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Is Sodom. You know what I'm saying? There's all this Babylon. It's all of that. You understand what I'm saying? These people are very crafty. Scriptures say that they're crafty. You know what I'm saying? Paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? They're very crafty in what they do. They know exactly what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They follow a format. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, who gives a damn about the election, Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or whoever else? What's that? Is that East Indian woman's name? Kamala
Harris.
Yeah, tomato. Huh?
She's an Edomite.
Well, I seen her father. From what I understand, her father is some East Indian that was raised in Jamaica.
No.
You say it's an Edomite?
Her grandfather's an Edomite.
On her father's side?
On her father's side. So that means her father's an Edomite.
Okay, so the father, even though he looked like some East Indian or something, his father's really an Edomite.
He was half Jamaican and half East Indian. But she's half East Indian, half Jamaican. His grandfather is white. His grandmother is Jamaican.
Okay, so he's not. You saying he's not an East Indian?
His wife is just East Indian, but he's not an East Indian. He's an Edomite. The father is an Edomite.
He's an Edomite mixed that.
With the mother, his mother.
So he's like Bob Marley.
Yeah, he's just like Bob Marley.
He's like Bob Marley. He's got a white father, a Benjamite mother.
Yeah.
And he married a East Indian woman.
Yeah. No, he married a Jamaican woman. The white man.
No. What I'm saying, I'm talking about Kamala's father.
Yeah, he married.
He married an East Indian woman. Either way, she's an whatever it is. Yeah.
You know that's what they call
it. The coolies. Yeah, the coolies. Yeah, the coolies. You know what I'm saying? The mama's a coolie. Either way, they're heathens. Whatever, however you want to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? She seems to be a goddamn. He acts like one. Yeah. Carries herself like one.
He is one.
But regardless, if she was a full-fledged soul sister, ain't nothing changing. You understand what I'm saying? That's why, you know, when we read these scriptures, man, you know, it's all about death and destruction. You understand what I'm saying? Righteous death and destruction. For an absolute reason. For the death of our brothers and sisters, somebody got to pay for that. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody got to pay. Joe Biden ain't gonna fix it. Kamala, Tomato, she ain't gonna fix it. None of them gonna fix the problem that we got. The only way for us to fix this problem is God's vengeance. The Most High God's vengeance is what's gonna fix this problem. This is what's gonna raise people up. This is what's gonna get people to pay attention, our people to pay attention, focused, and move forward with serving the Most High God. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a reason why we deserve, I don't want to say we deserve God's vengeance, but this is the reason why we need God's vengeance. We need it. Like I said, when we go through these scriptures, it talks about nothing but death and destruction, but in a righteous manner. Nobody unrighteously dies in the Bible. Nobody unrighteously gets touched by the hand of God for no reason. There's always a reason behind it. You understand? There's always a reason behind it. And guess what? In this world right now, our friends and family in the world, guess what? They get touched. And it's for a reason. Right. Whether we love them, don't love them, like them, close to them, not close to them, it's always a reason. Right. You understand what I'm saying? It's always a reason. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but there's always a reason. Right. Right? There's always a reason. And we need the Most High God's vengeance for a reason. We need it for a reason. You understand? These pastors out here, I just seen, it wasn't really an article, but I seen a post about a James Harris or somebody who was a so-called like a Christian advisor for Donald Trump, black man. Guess what happened to him? He died. You understand? But guess what? He died for a reason. Now, we're not celebrating another black man's death. We're not doing that. But there's a reason for everything. Right. If your shoe come untied, why did your shoe come untied? You ain't tied tight enough. It's a reason for everything. You understand? You want to say something?
Kind of, if I may. Was this guy, the head of HUD? He caught corona. The great doctor.
Ben Carson.
Yeah, that sucker.
Yeah, Ben Carson. Ben Carson, that he got the COVID-19, so they say. You know what I'm saying? But he's a specialist. Ain't he a specialist? A doctor specialist?
He was the foremost heart surgeon on the planet Earth.
Right. Yeah, he got some accolades with his profession.
And he ruined his whole reputation, man.
He did what?
He ruined his whole. I used to love that dude. Like, we used to read about him. Yo, Ben Carson is the man because he was doing some groundbreaking heart surgery.
Yeah.
And look what he did to himself, man.
Well, that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? If I may, that's the problem. You see how you said you loved Ben Carson? He was doing those things.
Yeah.
That's black people's problem. Ben Carson wasn't doing a goddamn thing. He was. I love Lil Wayne because he can rap. Lil Wayne, he ain't doing nothing for us. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't sacrificing nothing for us. Ben Carson is good at what he went to school to learn for. Guess what? So is the mechanic. That nigga that went to school to fix your transmission, man, he can fix your transmission with his eyes closed, blindfolded. I should love him just as much as I love Ben Carson. They both went to school for a trade and are good at it. Right. That barber that can line you up and get you right for the night, I should love him too. He went to school for a trade like Ben Carson, and he's good at it. That's easy love. Right. You understand what I'm saying? That's easy love. Right. You know what I'm saying? Christ that's tough love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's tough love.
You got to do something.
Yeah, you got to earn that. You know what I'm saying? To die for nothing. You know what I'm saying? To die for people that hate you. That's tough love. I don't give a damn how many hearts he took apart. He better take them apart. He went to school for it. Right. He spent college years and all of that doing it. He better do it. Now him being in the hood in urban, it was an urban development, housing, urban development, whatever.
Yeah.
He was an urban development. Do we know anybody still living in the projects or anything? Like this heat, we didn't have no heat in one of these winters, right? What happened, Ben? What happened? There was mold and roaches and mice in these projects out here. I'm talking in New York. I'm just in New York. All the Patterson projects, all the here in St. Nick's, all the here in Taft, all the here in Martin Luther King, all of them. It was like no heat, mice, roaches galore, right? And Ben is good at slicing up hearts. He is good at that. He's good at not loving black people either.
Yeah, he's terrible.
You understand? He's terrible at that. He hates black people. You understand? Lord be with him with his COVID. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish that or pray for that on no black man. You know what I'm saying? But everything happens for a reason. You understand?
You gotta hate the people.
Throw it up from one time. Go ahead. No sweat, brother. Go ahead.
You gotta hate people that you try to destroy. You can't make no excuse for that. If you're trying to destroy people, that means you hate them. There's no other reason.
Absolutely. Absolutely, you hate them. You know what I'm saying? And we've been hated for a long time.
Right.
Let's go into real quick. Let's go to Joel chapter 3. And let's go to verse 6. Start at verse 6. Joel chapter 3, verse 6. We're going to talk about it.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. Or I can have it.
Oh, let's wait for YAHANNA to get there.
I got it.
All right.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have he sold unto the Grecians. Now,
this is Joel speaking. You know what I'm saying? The children of Judah and the children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, have been sold to the Grecians, have been sold to the Caucasian man, the oppressor, right? We've been sold to them. This is history, isn't it?
Wow.
We know this for a fact, that this happened in Canada, North America, Canada is North America, South America, Central America. You know what I'm saying? This happened in Mexico, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic. This happened all over. It started off in Puerto Rico, all over the place, right? Where Judah and Israel was sold into the hands of these oppressors, right?
God.
So this is history that this Bible is referring to, right? Or history is referring to what's in the Bible already anyway.
Right.
Right? Keep going.
That he might remove them from their borders.
Say it one more time. Move the what?
That he might remove them far from their borders.
So we're going to be removed from our homeland. Far from our homeland. Right? This sounds pretty familiar, don't it? Keep going.
Verse 7. Behold.
Say what?
Behold.
What does behold mean? What does behold mean?
To look and see.
Right, exactly. To look and see, to watch. You understand? You ever talk to somebody in the neighborhood or whatever? Like, yo, when I see Jimmy, watch. That means they're gonna do something. They're telling you watch. Wait until I see it. Watch this. Behold, go ahead.
Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither he hath sold them.
Oh, what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? I'm going to raise them out of the place on which they were sold. Was we sold in America? Yeah. So we're gonna be what? We're gonna be, say it again.
I will raise them out of the place whither he hath sold them.
So we're gonna be raised up out of this place, right? Joe Biden's gonna do this for us? Hell no. Donald Trump? No. Obama couldn't do it.
Right.
Bill Clinton couldn't do it. You understand? This election means absolutely nothing to us.
Right.
You know how many presidents there's been? There's been plenty of presidents. And none of them make sure that we get raised up out of the place in which we were sold.
Right.
None of them. You understand? Keep going.
And will return your recompense.
Do what?
And will return your recompense upon your own head.
Now, Most High God said, I'm going to raise my people up out of the land in which they were sold, and I will return your recompense on your head. What does that word mean? Recompense. What does that mean?
Recompense is like a reward or what you deserve.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Let's see what the dictionary say. The Google. They go to Google and Google the definition. Let's see what that says.
Recompense. Make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered. Compensate.
To do what?
Make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered. Compensate.
To compensate. You know what I'm saying? To compensate, like, you know, I lost this, so this has to happen. Or you took this, so this has to happen. It's going to have to be some recompense. You know what I'm saying? And they deserve it.
Right.
They deserve a little payback.
Right.
You understand? Like, you did this, so this is the consequence. So read that again. From the top.
Verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither he has sold them.
Now, that's clear cut. That's clear. I'm going to raise them up out of the place in which you sold them, or which they were sold. Right. America, Jamaica, Haiti, Dominican Republic. You understand? South America, Central America. The list goes on and on and on. You understand? I'm going to raise them up out of these places. Wasn't we scattered to the four corners of the earth? That means we're going to be risen up out of the four corners of the earth.
Right.
But we're not just going to be risen up out of these places. What else is going to happen? Keep going.
And we'll return.
And we'll what?
And we'll return.
Bring it back.
And we'll return.
Give it to you again.
And we'll return.
Go ahead.
Your recompense upon your own head.
I'm going to return. I'm going to repay you on top of your own head. What you did to them, now they're going to be compensated for it. You understand?
Wow.
What you did to them, now they're going to be compensated for it. If I steal from you, now you have to be compensated for what I stole.
Right.
So that means whoever sold us and owned us and oppressed us and destroyed us, now we have to be compensated. Excuse me, they have to be, we're compensated for the loss.
Right.
You understand? They have to be compensated for that. So now the Lord is going to bring a little recompense out here.
Right.
You understand? Upon their own heads. So for what they did, now they're going to have to pay for it. Well, how do they have to pay for it? Keep going.
Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your...
Say it again.
And I will sell.
Say it again.
And I will sell.
Go ahead.
Your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Ooh. Now they sold Judah and they sold Israel, right?
God.
Read that again.
Come on, God.
Now this is recompense talking about. Oh, yeah, that's a water bug. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, we'll get that one up. You understand?
God.
Hold on 1 second. I also want to make sure that we get it all clear. You know what I'm saying? Let's read verse 7 again.
Come on, God. Joel chapter 3, verse 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether he has sold them.
In a sense, they're going to be risen up out of the place where we sold them. We just went over that. We know exactly what that means. You understand?
God.
Hold on, bro. Throw it. You can throw it in the trash right here. Yeah, right there. Nah, don't sweat. You understand? So they're going to be risen up out of the place in which they were sold. We understand that. We know where it was sold, and we just described on what's going to happen, right? Keep going.
And will return your recompense upon your own head.
So you're going to get what you deserve on top of your own head. You understand? You have to pay for what you did, right? You're going to have to pay for what you did, and it's going to be returned onto your own goddamn head.
Right.
Right? Let's go to verse 8.
Verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
Oh man, don't that sound sweet?
God.
That sounds sweet right there. You know what I'm saying? That sounds real sweet right there. That their sons and their daughters will be sold into the hands of Judah. You understand? To be sold to the hands of Judah. I mean, that's a beautiful thing. That's something that we should pray for.
Right.
We should pray for that. We should pray for that. Why? Because all the death and destruction that we face in this filthy, disgusting country, and the death and destruction that our brothers and sisters face throughout the four corners of the earth where they were scattered.
Right.
Read that one more time, verse 8.
Come on, God. Verse 8. And I will sell your daughters, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
You understand? That's beautiful. That's what we need to pray for.
Right.
That's what we have to want. This is a reason to not get high, to not hate your brother, you know what I'm saying? To not hate your sister, you understand? To not rob and steal and kill and do everything that this Caucasian man is doing. This is the reason to serve the Lord right here. This is the reason to fight your temptations right here. You understand? Every single movement and thing you do is for your brothers. We're trying to provoke the Most High God to make this happen right here.
Right.
So we can sell their children and daughters, so sons and daughters, to the children of Judah. You understand? Go ahead.
And they shall sell them to the Sabaeans.
To the Sabaeans. Go ahead.
To a people far off.
Yeah, we're going to sell them now. Go ahead.
For the Lord.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead.
Who's the Sabaean?
Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Let's go. Let's get a Bible dictionary. Where's the Bible dictionary?
Right there, sir.
There we go. Let's look. Let's check it out. Good question. Sure.
Oh, okay.
No, so you go get up in there too. Look up in there too. Don't look it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's look it up. Let's check it out. That's a good question.
Come on, sir.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
Sabaeans. The name Saba is mentioned in Genesis.
Mm-hmm. There's a certain people, if I'm not mistaken, it's a heathen people.
Africans.
The Africans. Let's see.
God.
Mm-hmm.
The labor of Egypt, the merchandise of Ethiopia, and of the Sabaeans, men of stature.
Uh-huh. So they're Africans, they're Hamites. You know what I'm saying? They're the neighbors to the Egyptians. You understand what I'm saying?
God.
So these are some heathens. The Sabaeans or Sabines, or whatever you want to call them, are some heathens. Right? We're going to sell it to them. You know what I'm saying? We're doing trade, right? We was trade at stock, wasn't we? We was camels, and we was cattle and ox and horses and goats and guinea pigs and we was everything to them.
Right.
So now we're gonna sell them.
God.
Right? We're gonna sell them now. We're gonna ship them off and trade them off. It's only right. It's only fair.
Right.
I mean, it was done to us. I don't see the discrepancy.
Right.
But that's what recompense is, isn't it?
God.
To be repaid, to be compensated. You understand? So it's only fair,
right,
that we sell them to some heathens, to other brothers and sisters in Judah.
God.
And Judah has many different references. Can we talk about the southern tribe, or can we talk about Jews? Period.
Right.
Right. So they sold to the Jews, and guess what? We get to do what we want to do with them. Right?
God.
That's it. Do what we want to do with them now. So we're going to sell them to be far off. So you imagine you take a white boy from Wyoming and sell him to some filthy Hamite out in South Africa somewhere.
Right.
Right? Let's read it again.
God, sir. Verse 8.
Uh-huh.
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah.
So we'll possess them, we'll have them, we'll own them, and then what are we going to do? If we feel like it, what are we going to do? Go ahead.
And they shall sell them to the Sabaeans.
Now we should sell them to these Africans, right?
Right.
We're going to take the white boy from Wyoming, the white boy from Montana. We're going to take him, the white boy from the Napa Valley. You understand? We're going to take the nice white, the right-wing white girl, right? We're going to take her, and we're going to sell her to some Africans. Why are we going to take her from Wyoming and sell her all the way in Africa? Why? Keep going.
To a people far off.
Say what?
To a people far off.
We're going to sell them to a people far off.
Right.
You understand? But why are we going to sell them to a people far off? Why is it okay for us to sell them to a people far off? What did we just read in the previous verse? Go ahead.
Because they did it to us.
Because they did it to us.
Right.
So we can be far away from what?
Our land.
Right. But what's the word that I'm looking for that in the previous scriptures? To be far off from our what? Borders. You understand? So we can be far from our borders.
God.
Isn't it okay for us to do it now too?
God.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. And you know what? We should pray for that.
Right.
We should live for that. And not just because they did it, just because.
Right.
We doing it for a righteous reason. You understand? You ever heard the old term, I'm going to give you enough rope to hang yourself?
God.
Well, that's what the Most High God did to this oppressor.
Right.
He's giving him enough rope to just hang himself eventually. You understand? That's what he did with this oppressor. Let's keep going.
God. For the Lord has spoken it.
Yeah, that means it's the real deal. The Lord said this. I'm not just saying it. I'm not spitting no poetry or a rap song out here. We speaking from the scriptures. The Lord said this. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Tell this amongst the Gentiles. Now, what Gentiles is this they speaking about? It is saying, tell this to the Gentiles. Let's keep reading for Corinthians.
Go on, God. Prepare war.
Uh-huh.
Wake up the mighty men.
Uh-huh.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
What Gentiles are they speaking about in this one?
The other nations, sir.
Rekan. They're speaking to the other. They're telling them. Now we see that. You'll tell your mighty men, tell your proud boys, and all of them. Tell them. Read again.
Hello, God. Prepare ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
No, Salaki. No. What Gentile are they speaking about in this context? Salaki. What Gentile are they speaking about in this context?
Salaki, it's talking about the other nations, sir? Non-Israelites?
No.
Salaki.
Okay.
Salaki. In this context, the Gentiles is talking about Israelites that's going by a different nationality.
They're talking about them brothers. You know what I'm saying? That went off.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Uh-huh.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Hold on one second. Sloppy. I think you're right. Sloppy. My bad. You're right. As I'm reading down, you're right. This is talking about the heathens, right? This is referring to the heathens. Telling all the heathens, get all your mighty men and let's go to war. You understand what I'm saying? Get all your mighty men and let's go to war. If you don't like what we're doing, then let's go to war. And you know that's going to happen. Right. You see that's happening right now.
That's right. You
see that's brewing up right now. You understand what I'm saying? That race war is brewing up and it's getting ready. You know what I'm saying? It's getting ready. And Most High in Christ, because it's prophesied in the Bible that we're going to have a race war. You understand what I'm saying? That nation to go against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and so forth and so on. These things are going to happen. So we want to tell the Gentiles, yo, get all your mighty men, get all your great men. Let them take all of their work tools and turn them into weapons. You understand what I'm saying? And let's go to war. And the reason we're going to want to go to war with them and willing to go to war with them is because we know the Most High God has our back. Right. As we read previously, the Lord spoke this. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So they can't stop it. They may not want to go into slavery. They may not want to be captured and sold. They may not want to, but according to the Lord, it's going to happen. That's right. So therefore, you want to fight? Then go ahead, let's fight. You understand what I'm saying? You want to go to war? Then go ahead, let's go to war. But first, the Lord got to be on our side for that. God. The Lord got to be on our side for that. You understand? The Lord got to be on our side. Let's read verse 9. Okay.
We in the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war.
We telling them, get ready for war. Go ahead.
Wake up the mighty men.
Get all your strong men. Go ahead.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Yeah, let them draw near and come on up here. Go ahead.
Let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into the sword. And your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, let them come on and say they're strong. And so let them come up against us. But they're going to lose. You know why? Because the Lord is with us. Right. The Lord is with us. You understand that the Lord is with us? We're going to actually destroy them and put them in captivity, and they deserve it. Right. And that's the Lord's vengeance on them for selling us, for pushing us far away, for destroying us to this very day. We still feel the effects of these scriptures to this very day. Right. You understand? To this very day, we feel this. And something has to be done about it. But guess what? Joe Biden is not going to do nothing about it.
That's right.
Donald Trump's not going to do nothing about it. Nothing at all can be done. You understand? Nothing at all. Not by them. In order for us to be risen up out of the land in which we were sold, we're going to have to have some spiritual intervention. Right. You understand what I'm saying? And it only comes from the Most High God. The Most High God's vengeance is what we need. The Most High God's vengeance is not filled of selfishness or just greed and like that. It's built on brotherhood and sisterhood. That's what it all stems from. You understand? Let's drop that real quick. Let's go to Psalms, the book of Psalms, real quick. Yeah, go ahead, brother, please.
Question before we leave Joel. In Joel 3 and 2, I would like to know what is meant by the part when it says, and I will plead with them for my people.
Hold on, let's see, hold on 1 second. Let me get there, back to you. Joel 3 and you said 2?
Yes, kind of.
All right, let's start at 1 and let's see if we can get this right.
Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Now, you know what that means, right? They're going to bring all the nations down into this one valley. This one, in this context of nations, is all the heathen nations. Right? We're going to bring them down into one valley. You know what I'm saying? One place. Go ahead.
And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Now, when it says to plead with them, definitely don't mean to beg. It means to, how can I say this? I'm trying to break this down right. Like I'm going to plead with them like, all right, you're going to bring these nations down to this one place, right? And I'm going to plead with them for my people. Paraphrasing. What that means is this. I'm going to say, listen, like to somebody who got the strength and the power, you ever see somebody or hear somebody robbing somebody? and they say, don't make me do this.
Right.
Don't make me do this. Just give it up. Don't make me do this. Like I'm pleading with you, don't make me do this. Right? Pleading don't mean I'm begging you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But pleading, I'm asking you so I won't hurt you.
Right.
We don't gotta go this route. But if you want to go this route, then we can go that route. Or you ever see somebody that's being provoked and they say, yo, man, I'm telling you, brother, yo, leave me alone.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, leave me alone. You pleading with them because it's going to go another way. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you, leave me alone. You understand what I'm saying? That's what pleading with them means. Doesn't mean, begging them or anything like that. He's going to bring the teenagers down to one valley. You know what I'm saying? Into one place and be like, listen, this is what's going to happen. Don't make us do this to you. You understand? That's why later on it's saying, all right, well, if you want to fight, get your mighty men then. Get all your mighty men and all of that, and you get them, and we're going to go ahead and go to war. You understand what I'm saying? That's what that means in that context. All right. No sign crash. Let's go to Psalms real quick. Psalms 135.
Okay.
All right, let's go to let's do verse 1 real quick. That's a good scripture right there. Let's go to verse 1. We're gonna drop down real quick.
Psalms chapter 135, verse 1. Or I can have it.
Come.
Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the name of the Lord. Praise him, O ye servants of the Lord.
Where you at?
Salakia, you said Psalms 135, sir?
133. Salakia, if I said that.
Salakia. Psalms chapter 133.
Hold on. Salakia, hold on. No, you're right. I'm sorry. Psalms 135, verse 4. Salakia.
Come on, come, sir. Verse 4, sir?
Yes.
Come on, come. Psalms chapter 135, verse 4. For the Lord hath chosen Jacob unto himself.
Go ahead.
And Israel for his peculiar treasure.
You understand? The Lord chose blacks, Hispanics, and Americans as his peculiar treasure. This is why it's honorable to want and to pray and to live your life to provoke the Most High God for his vengeance on this nation, on this filthy, disgusting society, on the people that oppress us. Another black woman, another Hispanic man, another Hispanic woman as a peculiar treasure.
Right.
If it's a peculiar treasure to the Most High God, then it should be a peculiar treasure to you as well.
God.
You understand? It should be a peculiar treasure to you as well. You understand? And the Most High God look at us that way. That same or K2 head or Molly head or whatever drug is out there now. The way people, the society looks at them is they're done. They're losers, they're bums, they're scumbags, whatever you want to call them. But to the Most High God, that's still a peculiar treasure.
God.
You understand? It's still a peculiar treasure. And that's how we have to look at our people. A lot of fake Israelites look at all the other brothers as the 2/3, and they're going to die. You can't look at that because you might be the 2/3 your goddamn self. Who do you think you are?
Right.
You done smoked weed your whole goddamn life, ran around. Now you know 3 scriptures in the Bible and call yourself in the truth. Now all of a sudden you the one that's going to the kingdom. Nigga, please. You understand? The Lord, the same amount of years that you had when you was not in the truth.
Right.
You understand? Give him that. Been being the truth for 6 months, now all of a sudden you talking. Not even talking about brothers in UPK. Definitely not talking about brothers in UPK.
God.
But them fake Israelites, they learn a few scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Throw a couple of fringes on their tank top. Now all of a sudden, they're high and mighty. You understand? You can't never have that attitude. The Lord said that the blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans are a peculiar treasure to him. Therefore, it better be a peculiar treasure to us. You understand? Let's stay on the peculiar treasure just for a minute, because I want people to understand why the Lord's vengeance is so important. You understand? The Lord ain't coming back, or the Lord's not sending our king back for garbage.
Right.
He's not sending our king back for crumbs. He's sending him back for something special, something peculiar. And that's how we want to live our lives. Peculiar, different, special. You understand? Go to Deuteronomy 14:2 real quick.
Come on, God. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. Or I can have it.
Hold on a second. Wait till the Yanazar get there.
I got it.
Come.
God. Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We all know what the word holy means, correct?
God.
We all know holy means separate, right? Different, peculiar, right? Go ahead.
And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
Now the Lord chose us to be a peculiar people unto himself, which means we special to him.
Right.
To society, a black man's trash.
God.
He's lazy, don't like to work. To society, an Hispanic brother is a liar. He's a thief. Can't be trusted. He says he can't speak English, but he really can. You understand?
God.
That's what society says. He's a rapist. To society, the black woman is nothing but a promiscuous hoe. She twerks. She's not anything special. To a Hispanic, what is an Hispanic woman or a Latino woman to America, or a Native American woman? A whore. A fast whore who, if you breathe on her hard enough, she'll get pregnant. You understand? But to the Most High God, he said, we are a peculiar treasure unto himself. Read it again.
Oh God, verse 2. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. And the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself.
He chose us to be a peculiar people to himself. That's why the Lord's vengeance is wanted so much, man.
Right.
This is why we should want it so much. We should want the Lord to come back and destroy these people, this society, this place. Every time we see a brother or sister sleeping outside on cardboard with charcoal black feet with no shoes on.
Right.
You understand? Any brother that's standing outside the Dunkin' Donuts or the local store with a cup in his hand, open the door for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. We should want the Lord to come back and destroy this place. Because we might look at them as this begging ass nigga. But the Lord looks at him as a peculiar treasure.
Go on.
Now, what are you going to do? What are you doing to make this brother know that he's a peculiar treasure? Right? What are you doing? You're always supposed to cast your line out into the water. Now, you might catch something, you might not. But your job as a fisherman is to go out to the water and cast your bait. Whether you catch something or not. It's not up to you whether you catch anything or not. But it is up to you to cast your bait out there. That is your job. It is your job to throw that net out there and see what you can scoop up in that net. That's your job. You might come up with something. You might come up with nothing.
Right.
You might go out there and think you got a big fish and it's a goddamn car tire. You understand? But your job is to cast your bait out there.
God.
Right? Not to judge people or well, I say judge because the world says that, but not to go ahead and you're gonna be you decide who's a 2/3 and other 2/3, and this nigga just asking for quarters in a cup, get a job and all of that. You understand?
God.
That's the attitude that we got. But to the Most High God, this is a peculiar brother right here. a special brother right here, a special sister right here. Yeah, they lost, but so is you. You understand? Yeah, they messed up, but so is you. So is we.
Right.
Right? Keep reading.
God, above all the nations.
Above what?
Above all the nations.
So even though he's outside begging for quarters.
Above all the nations.
That's all right. Even though he's outside begging for quarters, trying to pump your gas for a few dollars, or she's outside asking you this, or she's begging you for that, or she's whoop-de-wooing, whatever downtrodden thing you think they're doing, whatever you think they out there doing, she's still above all nations.
Right.
He's still above all nations. That rich Arabic man still ain't worth a crackhead spit. You understand that? Still ain't worth the crackhead spit.
Right.
Still ain't worth it. This is what the Bible said. I ain't saying.
That's right.
Bible saying that. Read it again.
God, above all the nations.
Above all the nations, just in case anybody got it confused, keep going.
That are upon the earth.
Yeah. Every other heathen on the face of this earth, a crackhead spit is worth more than that.
That's right.
You understand? A crackhead spit. A brother or sister that's suffering from AIDS. Their spit is worth more than these other nations. You understand? Let that soak in your brain for a minute. That a brother or sister with HIV or AIDS from shooting up heroin and doing all kind of filth and they dying and withering away, the spit that come out their mouth is better than a heathen that we buy chicken and french fry from.
Right.
Or halal from. Or General Tso's chicken from. Or weave from. Or eyelashes from.
Right.
You understand? A HIV patient, a Israelite HIV patient spit is worth more than that.
Right.
Above all nations on the face of this earth. This is why we need the Lord to send our king back to destroy this place.
That's right.
That's right.
To destroy this place. You understand? Because we know it in this room. Our brothers and sisters might not know it out there though. You understand? They may not know. Let's go to the book of Nahum real quick. That was it for that, right? Go to the book of Nahum real quick. All right, let's go to Nahum, go to chapter 1, and we're going to just read verse 2. Let's do that.
Nahum chapter 1, verse 2. Or I can have it.
Come.
God is jealous, and the Lord revengeth, and the Lord revengeth and is furious.
You understand? We serve a jealous God. You understand that? Now, you out there voting, I wouldn't cast my vote. See, my vote counts. Biden won. I cast my vote. I went out there. You see it counts. Da da da. The Most High God is jealous because you went outside and stood on a line for 8 hours to go vote, but you can't even give up pork that the Lord said you should not eat.
Right.
You went and stood on a line for 8 hours to go cast your vote for some oppressor, but you hate the black man that lives next door to you.
Right.
Boy, Most High God's a jealous God. Because you hate his peculiar treasures. You don't look and value what he values. He values another black man.
Right.
He values an Hispanic man, woman, and child, a Native Indian woman and child. He honors them and values them. And you hate them, but you'll stand in line for 8 hours
Right.
to cast your vote for an oppressor who's going to do nothing for you. For the oppressor who looks at you the same way you look at your own people, man, as scum. You understand?
God.
You think you see the celebrity Ice-Cube and 50 Cent and what's that little Wayne, all of them?
God.
They trying to talk to Trump and make plans with Trump and all of that. Trump look at you as another dirty nigga, just like the rest of them niggas. You ain't no different from the brothers and sisters at the border that's getting put in cages and then wrapped up in that aluminum foil and all that. You ain't no different.
Right.
You think you different. You ain't no different. You see, they're trying to appease these people. The Lord's he's jealous.
That's right.
He's jealous that you serve these people. You understand? He's jealous when you serve your manager at your job more than you serve him.
Right.
He's jealous of that. But it's a different kind of jealous. He's not a jealous God that's going to argue with you. He ain't arguing. You understand? He's not nitpicking. The Lord ain't your wife.
God.
And he ain't your husband either, sis.
Right.
You understand? Let's see how the Lord deal with it. Go ahead.
So God, the Lord will take vengeance.
Do what?
The Lord will take vengeance.
Oh, no, he's going to argue with you.
The Lord will take
He's going to
vengeance.
negotiate.
The Lord will take
He's
vengeance.
going to see if y'all can come to an agreement.
The Lord will take vengeance on his
He's
adversaries.
going to take vengeance on his adversaries. Go ahead.
And he reserveth
He do
wrath. And he reserveth
He keeps that wrath and holds that wrath. Go ahead.
wrath for his enemies.
And he keeps that wrath for his enemies. Now you want to make sure we serve. We want to make sure we serving the Lord.
Right.
And make sure that our enemies is his enemies. Because he has a wrath for them. You understand?
God.
He got a wrath for them. He got some vengeance for them. And it's all out of brotherhood.
God.
It's all out of brotherhood. It's not just because he wants to or not. It's because his people are being destroyed.
God.
Now someone is coming, if the Most High God is bringing vengeance on this place because his people are destroyed, that's brotherhood.
That's right.
That's sisterhood. He ain't doing it for his own glory. He's doing it for you.
God.
They didn't hurt him, but they did hurt him because they hurt his peculiar treasure.
Right.
That's brotherhood. That's sisterhood. You understand?
God.
We ain't talking about Allah and Buddha.
That's right.
We're talking about the real God, a living God. You understand? God's vengeance and his wrath on these other nations and these Gentiles and all of that is brotherly as. I was about to say something I didn't want to say. It's a lie. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely brotherly.
Right.
It's extreme brotherhood. And that's what we need. Why do we need it? Because that's what the Most High God possesses. Extreme brotherhood.
God.
You understand? Is there more on that? Nope. There is no more. Not that I want. Drop that. Go to the book of go to Baruch. Baruch.
Go to God.
Go to the book of Baruch. We'll get there with you. Go to Baruch chapter 4. We're gonna try to get into it just a little bit.
Go to God.
Go to Baruch chapter 4 and start at verse 21.
Go to God. Yeah.
So Yanazar, if you got it, brother, go ahead and read it out.
The book
Oh, where you at? You got it? Sure.
Last is last.
You in the Apocrypha? Yeah, book of Baruch. Chapter 4. Let Yanazar go ahead and read that though.
Go.
Let's wait till the brother got it.
The book of Baruch.
Are you there?
Oh, what scripture?
Baruch chapter 4.
Okay.
21.
Baruch chapter.
No. Let Yanazar got it. Let him go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 21.
Go ahead.
Be of good cheer, O my children. Cry unto the Lord, and he shall deliver you from the power and the hand of the enemy.
Now, does this say guard and vote? Ain't no say guard and vote. It says cry unto the Lord. Right? It said cry to the Lord.
God.
That's what it said. You don't say guard and vote. There's no scripture that say guard and vote for your oppressor.
Right.
Go out and pick an oppressor that's going to help you.
Right.
Go and pick an enemy that's going to help you. Don't say that. Read it again, Yanazar.
Be of good cheer, O my people,
be
O
of
my
good
children.
cheer. No sweat. We're going to go slow. Be of good cheer. Right? Be of good cheer. During this election, all of that garbage, everybody's in a panic right now. I don't know, because they're recounting Arizona and Pennsylvania and whatever else. You understand? They worried and they arguing and, people, then there's some people that's happy, but they think, Biden won. Trump's gone and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. Man, the hell with all of that. Be in good cheer. You know why? Go ahead.
O my children, cry unto the Lord.
Cry to the Most High God. Don't go out and vote for Biden. You didn't go out and vote and all of that. Now, some of y'all already did already. You understand? It's not going to save you. It says to cry to the Lord. Go ahead.
And he shall deliver you from the power and hand of the enemy.
He's gonna deliver you from the hand and the power of the hand from your enemies. You understand? From their death, from the destruction, from their drugs, from their murder. Joe Biden's not going to deliver you from that. You voted for Joe Biden for tax cuts.
Right.
Or so you can be real gay. You know what I'm saying? So you can abort babies. So you can legalize weed and all that garbage. Meanwhile, while you're happy with your vote, there's brothers and sisters being murdered in the ghetto.
Right.
There's brothers and sisters that's being destroyed in certain neighborhoods. There's brothers and sisters out here that's still aborting babies, that's still overdosing, committing suicide, getting high on K2, still selling crack, still sitting in the federal penitentiary, the state penitentiary, still sitting in county jails, city jails, and everything else. People still destroyed and messed up. Police still killing and beating brothers and sisters up. They're still kidnapping Mexican brothers, El Salvadorian brothers, and all of that at the border. I know you think those not your brothers because Mexicans don't like niggas and so forth and so on, but niggas don't like niggas either. They don't like them either. So what's that mean? He's not black? You understand? That's not, Joe Biden's not stopping none of that.
Right.
He ain't stopping none of that. Your rent gonna stay the same.
Right.
That's it, it's gonna stay the same. Racial profile is gonna stay the same. You think Joe Biden, you think he's doing something different? Go jog in a white neighborhood, black man, and see what happens.
That's right.
See if they will call the police on you. You go and do it. You're going to sit there and try your best to. There was a brother, I just seen a video, some brother got kicked out of some sushi bar or some garbage because he had some uptowns on. We call them uptowns. I guess everybody else call them Air Force Ones or something. We call them uptowns or Harlems or something in here. Yes, that's what we call them. That's what we call them sneakers. You know what I'm saying? But he had the sneakers on. They kicked him out because they didn't accept sneakers. But standing next to him, guess what?
I saw it.
A white girl with some Adidas on.
So,
You understand? A white girl with some Adidas on.
right.
She was able to sit there and have a drink and enjoy her time. And the sad part about it was this. This was the sad part about the brother. For one, he went to that filthy, disgusting, stinking sushi bar for one.
Right.
Which is, no problem, brother. Go get you whatever you want to eat. But he was damn near begging to stay. But she got on sneakers. But look at this is not right. No. You understand? Damn near begging to sit there and eat the mouse that they was gonna wrap up in some sauce and serve to him any goddamn way.
Right.
You understand? He was begging her. She was begging him or them to stay in that filthy, disgusting sushi bar. So goddamn what, man? You should have been there anyway.
That's right.
You understand? Should have found you a good old soul food restaurant to go in.
Right.
And go eat. Sitting there begging this Asian man to go sit there and eat when he clearly kicking you out and his white woman got on the same goddamn sneakers you got on, except hers is Adidas, and she's fine in there. You understand? Joe Biden's not going to change that.
Right.
Like General Muhammad said, you can't vote away hatred. The only way to destroy this white man's hatred is for God to kill him.
Right.
That's right.
It's for God to destroy him. That's the only way. There's no negotiating. There's no voting. There's no holding hands. There's no hugging and kissing enough. The only way to destroy the hatred that this society is given blacks and Hispanics is for the Most High God to kill them.
Right.
For the Most High God to enslave them. That's the only way. Now, you got to make a choice. Either you're going to live a life of kissing their ass, or you're going to live a life of serving the Most High God, who's the only ticket to destroying them.
That's right.
You understand? It's up to you to make the decision or to pick. Because it's going to happen. Integration is not in this Bible. There is no integration in the Bible.
Right.
You understand? There is none. Where we at?
Baruch chapter 4, verse 21.
Go drop down to verse 25.
My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
Now, the Most High God put this on us. We deserve it because we was disobedient children. So the things we go through, we deserve it. We do deserve it. You understand? We was disobedient. That's why you can't get high half your goddamn life. All of a sudden, you learn 3 scriptures. Now you are part of 144. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you're gonna rule in the kingdom. Nigga, don't go like that.
Right.
You understand? Don't go like that. Keep reading.
For thine enemy has persecuted thee.
Yeah, they persecuted us. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But shortly.
But what?
Shortly.
Go ahead.
Thou shalt see his destruction.
Ooh, we. You know what I'm saying? Don't that sound good? Even though we deserve this, right? We made a mistake. But for those but for those people that oppressed us, destroyed us, enslaved us, murdered us unrighteously, where brothers serving 40-something years in prison for crimes they didn't even commit. You understand? For brothers having no fathers, for having halfway mothers, for sharing clothes with their brother and sister, for sleeping from the head and the foot and getting mad at your cousin because he's pissing in the bed and all of that, for rolling over in your cousin's piss in the bed, for sleeping on the floor, for setting mice traps. You understand? For sleeping on a goddamn fire escape because it's too hot in your house. You understand? From breaking the Johnny pump because it's so hot, you gotta go outside and get water outside from the fire hydrant. You know what I'm saying? So from all of that, they're gonna pay for it. They're gonna pay for it. Because you know why? While we flipping around on mattresses, pissy mattresses outside, and playing in abandoned cars, and getting water from the Johnny pump or outside from the fire hydrant, you know what they're doing? They're in the jacuzzi.
Right.
Or swimming pool, or sprinklers. You know what I'm saying? They doing good. You understand? They doing all right. You understand? For the people, for the brothers out there who ate cereal before they went to sleep, and the mice crawled in their mouth and bit their tongue. You ever heard of that one? Oh, but it happens. To run the extension cords to the other apartment because you ain't got no electricity.
Right.
You understand? For the candles you have to borrow because your lights is off. You understand? All of this stuff right here, all of these things right here, somebody got to pay for it.
Right.
You understand? And people gonna say, yeah, you need to just get a job, work hard, save your money, stop spending your money on this, that, and other. Well, sometimes you put in certain positions. You understand? You can't get mad at a bear for stepping in the trap. Who set the trap?
Right.
You will get mad at a bear for stepping in the trap that was covered with leaves, and he's minding his business, and you done clamped the goddamn thing, some leg thing on his goddamn leg. Is his fault? Nah, black man, it's not your fault that you suffer. That don't mean dwell in self-pity, but that means turn to the Most High God and let's get back them suckers that put us in that position.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get them back. Read verse 25 again. Was it 25? Yeah, let's read it again.
My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee.
They've done what?
Persecuted thee.
Yeah, they persecute us. All in the news, all on the radios, all on TV, all at your job, all on the train, all on the bus, all in the streets. They persecute us. Go ahead.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
His what?
Destruction.
COVID-19. What?
Destruction.
His coronavirus. What?
Destruction.
Wall Street crashing. What?
Destruction.
His dumb, stupid election. What?
Destruction.
You're going to see the destruction shortly. You're going to see it. Go ahead.
And shall tread upon his neck.
Oh, we're going to tread on his neck.
That's right.
You ever see you ever see that? We're going to tread on his neck. You ever see them white boys riding surfboards on the wave? That's what's going to be in the white man's neck. You understand? We're going to tread on his neck. Read verse 33.
Verse 33, the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 33. For as she rejoiced at thy ruin.
As they was happy about our ruin. They happy about us being destroyed and messed up. They happy. My African Americans, get out there and vote. And I'm going to do more for African Americans than anybody ever did. They know we separate. They know we different. What you mean by African Americans? I thought we was all American. I thought we was all American, man. What you mean the African American community? There's an African American community? Isn't this the United States? How can it be the United States when the neighborhoods ain't united?
Right.
When the neighborhoods ain't united. How can it be United States? You understand? They was happy at our ruin. They're still happy now. They get paid at our ruin. Don't you see brothers getting locked up left and right? Working for McDonald's and IKEA and all this stuff in prison for about $3-4 a day, and they make police vests and police cuffs and the baton. The same thing they use to whoop your ass. A black man's, an Hispanic man's making it. You understand? The same chair you sit on during that interview of that job that you ain't going to get. A black man made them chairs. You go to McDonald's and all of that, let me get a McFlurry, guess what? A black man made them uniforms and that hat. You understand? You got a license and all of that, and you call DMV, a black man or a Hispanic man pick up that phone.
Right.
You understand? When we got some flack on the internet.
Lies.
You good?
Lies.
You understand? They laugh at our ruin. They take joy in our ruin. They prosper or are ruined. Let's keep reading them.
And was glad of thy fall.
They was glad of our fall. They was glad. They was happy of our fall. Go ahead.
So shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Now you're gonna be down. You're gonna grieve. You're gonna have recompense again.
Right.
Now, the same way you were so happy at the destruction of black folks, now you're gonna be so sad at the desolation of white folks.
Right.
That's right.
Oh yeah. You understand? Oh yeah. And it's righteous.
That's right.
You understand? And it's absolutely righteous. And we should pray for this.
That's right.
Every day you should wake up and you should just pray for that. You understand? For the death and destruction of this society and all societies that had our people enslaved and destroyed and still doing it to this very day.
Right.
You understand? God's vengeance is brotherly.
That's right.
We should pray for it and we should want it. We should live a lifestyle that provokes God to send our king back to destroy this place. We shouldn't even worry about Joe Biden and all of that. Man, that ain't changing a goddamn thing. I don't care about your tax bracket. All of you self-employed, I got my own money. I don't give a damn about none of that. Lord will kill you with all of that.
Right.
Lord will make you deaf, dumb, and blind with your own business. Then you got no business. Now what? You understand? I don't give a damn about that garbage. Care about that. You understand? Only way out this hellhole is through our kings and through our king and provoke the Most High God enough to destroy this place. That's the only way out of here. I don't care what your tax bracket is, what you're filing when you file your taxes. The Lord don't give a damn about none of that.
Right.
You understand? Care about none of that. This place is going to be destroyed, and we should pray for this destruction.
That's right.
Somebody told me, I was at work, they was like, I think it's going to be a big hurricane or something coming this way. I said, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? I hope it come and destroy this place. Even if I got to drown in the water, I just pray to destroy this place.
Right.
Right? I'd rather drown anyway. You know what I'm saying? Just drown in the water. You know what I'm saying? As long as this place can be destroyed, no problem.
That's right.
No problem. I wish myself accursed. No problem. But as long as this place can get destroyed, man. You understand? Because I love my brothers and I love my sisters. I hate this place we live in, though.
Right.
I hate this. I hate this. You understand? I hate this. This is horrible to live in. It's like watching a loved one die of a disease. You just wish they'd go ahead and die, man.
Right.
Instead of suffer so much. Well, guess what? Go ahead, brother.
That's what happened with my brother. Like, he suffered a long time, and we didn't get to see him, but I was told like he had like mad, like, because nobody could go see him, he had like mad bed sores and shit on his body. And he was like, they said, I didn't see him. They said it was like a skeleton. I'm glad I didn't see him for real.
Right. And that's good that you didn't see him. You understand? And most High in Christ for your strength, brother. You understand? But that same scenario is the same thing in this truth. I'm just tired of seeing my people overdosing and dying from AIDS. I'm tired. It's sickening and tired. How can I make this work?
Right.
You know, your brother passed away of cancer, right?
Cancer.
You know, people go on marches, you know, F cancer. They got breast cancer marches and awareness. In the U.P.K, we got white man awareness.
Right.
You understand?
That's it.
Most of the Christ, we got white man awareness. oppressor awareness, because they are a cancer.
Right.
They're AIDS. You understand? That's what they are. And I'm so tired of my people just dying from it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why God's vengeance is brotherly.
That's right.
Wanting God's vengeance is brotherly. Hold on real quick. I want to go to one. I'm going to go to, what time is it?
It's 8:47.
We got a little bit of time. Let's go to, hold on. I got the scripture real quick. Let's see if I can find it. Go to Psalms, the book of Psalms. Go to the book of Psalms, 137.
Got it.
Go to start at verse hold on one second, let me see. Start at verse 5. 137 verse 5.
You want me to read that one?
Yep, go ahead, bro.
Okay. The book of Psalms, chapter 137, verse 5. If I forget thee, O Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her cunning.
This is David talking. He said, if I forget my people, then let me forget how to fight. Let me forget how to use my hands in war. You know what I'm saying? If I forget my people. David took it serious to remember his people. King David, was a warrior. He loved his people. He served his people. His hands got bloody for his people, right? He said, if I forget Jerusalem, then let me forget my cunning, man. Let me get my ass whooped. Right. Let me die. Go ahead.
Verse 6. If I do not remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth.
Put your tongue to the top of your mouth real quick and see if you can talk. Say something with your tongue stuck to the top of your mouth. Right. That means you won't be able to talk no more. Right. You can't talk with your tongue stuck to your mouth. Try to say one thing with your tongue stuck to the top of your mouth. He's saying, then let me not even speak again. Right. If I forget my people, man. Right? Keep going.
If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy.
If I forget my brothers and sisters over what I love the most. Vagina, cookies, ice cream, I don't know, whatever the hell you got a problem with. You understand? If I forget my people over what I love the most, and that's what we're doing now. Right. That's why brothers get killed over money. Get killed over vagina. Right. Get killed over what he said or she said. Get killed because he said this in front of me. Right. Your chief joy is your goddamn self. That's the problem with our people right now to this day. And David said, if I forget my people over my chief joy, and 9 to the 10, your chief joy is yourself. Whatever tickles your pickle. You understand? Whatever's yummy in your tummy. God. Right? Keep going.
Verse 7. Remember, O Lord.
Say again.
Remember, O Lord.
Say it again.
Remember, O Lord.
He's crying to the Lord right now. We read crying early, didn't we? He's crying to the Lord. He's crying. Remember, O Lord. Go ahead.
The children of Edom.
Of who?
Edom.
Of who?
Edom.
The white man, what?
Edom.
The white woman, what?
Edom.
Go ahead.
In the Jerusalem. Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
You understand? He said, remember them. Remember them that came up against us. I said, raise it, raise it. They chanted for our death, chanted for our destruction.
Right.
You understand? Remember them that came up against us. If I forget my people, at least please remember them that was against our people. They encouraged others to destroy my people. That was willing and able to destroy our people, that was motivated and dedicated to destroying our people. Don't forget them.
Right.
And for not forgetting them, I'm going to lose the cunning of my hands and let my tongue be stuck to my mouth. But don't forget what they did. I'll take my punishment. But don't forget what they did.
Right.
You understand? Keep going.
Verse 8. O daughter of Babylon.
Oh, daughter of what?
Babylon.
America. What?
Babylon.
South America. What?
Babylon.
Central America.
Babylon.
Go ahead.
Who ought to be destroyed.
What?
Destroyed.
Now we're going to come together and vote.
Who ought to be
We're
destroyed.
going to march together with Martin Luther King.
Destroyed.
They're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
Happy shall he be
Uh-huh.
that rewarded thee as thou hast served us.
Now what you did to us, be happy when it is done to you.
That's right.
You understand? You fed our babies to alligators. To this day, you got our children wrapped up in aluminum foil cages, separating them from their families and putting them all across the nation where the family will never see them again.
Right.
For aborting 500,000 babies a year. You understand? So for what you did to our children, guess what? It's going to happen to you too.
That's
What you
right.
did to us, it's going to happen to you too. What we felt, you want to feel too.
Right.
Now read the next verse.
Happy shall he be
Happy shall we be. Go ahead.
that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stone.
When we're able to take little white babies and bust their head against the goddamn stone, it's
Right.
going to be a happy day. To take their babies and bust their head wide open. Ooh, it sounds harsh, but it's righteous.
Right.
And sometimes justice is harsh. Sometimes it's harsh. But we should pray for this.
That's right.
When we wake up, and before you hate the black man, or hold a grudge against the black man, or wish death on a black man, or don't have no forgiveness for a black man, don't have no long suffering or patience with a black man, you should remember, if I patience or long suffering or love this black man, I'm not going to be able to dash this white baby's head against the stone.
That's right.
And I want to do that for all the alligator babies, for all the aborted babies, for all the Mexican babies at the border. You understand? For all the babies snatched out of their mother and father's arms and sold to the plantation.
Right.
I want to bash their babies' heads against the stone. I'm wrong for that? Hell no, I'm not wrong. This is what King David, Christ sits on the throne of King David. And this is what King David wished for.
That's right.
You understand? Happy shall we be in that day.
God.
We should pray for that. That's brotherly. For my forefathers and my aunts and my uncles who had their babies snatched away, I want to take the babies of them that snatched them away and bash their goddamn heads against the stone
That's right.
and bust it wide open and throw them to the side like it's nothing. You understand?
Kind of won't
I
come.
want to do that in righteousness. But I can only do that if I love my brother,
God.
if I love my sister. If I follow these laws, these statutes, these commandments, and put brotherhood over everything. If I possess extreme brotherhood, then I'll be able to revenge my people.
God.
You understand? Then I'll be able to have some recompense of my people. You understand? then we will. You understand what I'm saying?
Go on,
With that, ask class for the priest and officer Shaw.
sir. Clap it up for the class.